As I spotlight top marketing superstars who share tips and strategies you can implement today to elevate your business. This is Superstar Spotlight Marketing with Joey. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Superstar Spotlight Marketing with Joey. I'm Joey Garrity, and I'm a marketer and the founder of Superstar Entrepreneurs Digital Media and Joey G113. You know you're in the right place if you're here to learn how to increase marketing results by speaking your client's language with CEO Steve Napolitan. I'm sure I did not get that exactly right, but he will help us with that in just a second. He's fantastic. We've been on the same stage before, and we haven't seen each other in a while. And I wanted to have him on my new show, Marketing, because he is a marketing master. You can learn more about me, my marketing products and services at Joey G113. You can also find me across all the social media platforms at Joey G113 and also Joey Garrity. So I want to bring Steve up from the green room, and I want us to jump right into this. He has so many gems to share with us today. Hi, Steve. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Joey. It's good to
Hi.
be here.
I just wanted to share a little bit about you. I know that you're an international best-selling author, award-winning marketer, and international speaker. You also have worked with media with huge clients such as Apple and Intel and more. So congratulations on all of that. I want to jump right in. Can you just express why you jumped into the marketing arena, why you're so passionate about it?
Well, I actually started in filmmaking. So I went to film school. I produced 2 feature films and sold a TV show to MTV. And while I was doing that, I didn't want to join the Hollywood side of things. So people started asking me, I needed to make money. So people started asking me to do 30-second commercials. And I said, oh, I can do that. It's just like making a movie. And I will tell you right away, I hit failure because I was making these epic little movies, but it wasn't selling the client's product. And so then I realized I need to get good at marketing. I need to be able to understand the language so that if someone hires me to do a commercial, my client can get an ROI. And I also, one last part to it is I realized it's not show play, it's show business. So even in my filmmaking, I needed to become a great marketer because if I was going to make movies and I wanted to do it outside of Hollywood, I needed to be the marketer. And so it was those 2 reasons. People were hiring me and that gave me money so that I can make movies. And 2, how do you sell your movie if you don't market it well?
Yeah,
So
no, I love that. And I also became a huge fan of marketing when I was working in Hollywood as well. I was working with master marketers, and they showed me these results and how to go about it. And so I fell in love with it. I love your share here, discovering the exact words my wow clients say and putting that into my promotions and ads. This dramatically increased consistency in the results. Let's talk about that because that's what the whole show's about. Tell me, why did you start doing that? Because you said that you were using really buzzworthy other ways of handling
yeah.
this. And then when you did this, this was the bullseye.
Yeah, it's kind of letting the ego go. For me, it was because I'm being clever and being that filmmaker and storyteller, which is still needed. We need to be those things. But I was missing the mark on the language. So what I found is people identify with themselves, their pain, and what they want, right? So it's either a desire, it's a pain. And often we speak English. Right now we're speaking English on this podcast and we think that's enough as long as I'm doing it. But I actually found I need to find the exact words. And so the way that I did that is I started communicating with what I call a wow client. So you started, like in marketing, we talk about our target audience. Yes, we need to have that. But what's the next step is how do we find the right exact wow client? And I can get into that in a deeper way if we want, but I have a way to do that. And then we have to ask them what they want and get their exact words. So as an example, I was once doing a thing in Texas and they were suffering. Their marketing wasn't doing well. I got hired. And then one of the terms in there was that what they needed was miles and miles away. And now I might have said far away or something like that, but the people in Texas were like, that's miles and miles away. It was like their accent. I put that in the ad and then we were geo-targeting that area and then it went up because I was saying the exact, and they're like, that's me. They know me. It's me. And so then you have to do that by geographic area. You have to do that by demographic. When you say the right words, Joey, then all of a sudden the through line comes, because think about it in your own life. When someone says the exact words that you're thinking or you're feeling, you're like, oh my gosh, how do they know me? And it's because, how do we know? Because we care, and we go and find out. We go and find those words, put those in the ads. And then I'm telling you, that's how I've been able to have consistency instead of guessing. Most marketers, they throw something clever up. Oh, it didn't work, change it. And we do all this split testing. And I'm a fan of split testing, but for refinement, not for finding the way. I find the way through the language, then I refine with split testing.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think it's so clever. It's just like, just go and grab their exact words. I want to talk about your book, Capture Clients, Close Deals, right? I know it's about revenue based in there. Could you share just one really a real simple tip with the marketplace, with the audience?
Well, yeah, and the subtitle is even more powerful. I think it's a simple way to gain clients without convincing or chasing. And the way to do that is, I think, let's couple this exact language. Like, so I'm going to use, so once in the book, I have this story about a chiropractor that I worked with, and he was doing well. And I asked, what's the most valuable thing? And he said, pain relief. And I said, okay, great. He's like, yeah, I've had, grandparents that their back hurts so bad they can't pick up their grandbaby, or, you lose your romantic relationship because you can't even be intimate because your body hurts so bad. And he said, I've healed that. And so I've fixed marriages, helped grandparents. And I said, okay, well, this is going back. I'm going to stay with the same thread. I said, what do your patients say? And he said, well, yeah, they like the pain relief too. And I said, can I talk to them? So I got permission. We do a big thing, and I asked a lot of patients questions. And we found things pretty quickly. This wasn't like so big that it was months. We're talking weeks. And then I found the thing that they said was on-time appointments. And so this goes back to what language. So this is why I'm picking this one, because we can stay in the same theme to keep it tight. But I said, hey, they said on-time appointments. And he said, well, he said, the doctor said this. He said, I hate going to the doctor and waiting in the waiting room, and then waiting in the patient room. And I see the doctor 45 minutes later. And I think we've all been there. And so he was running a tight ship. So I said, what if we keep running it, that we run it even tighter? And then, so what we did is, every time someone booked an appointment, we're like, how would you like to have your appointment at 9:30, right when your appointment is? And people said, yes, please. And we said, great, we just need you to be on time. The number one reason that he was late was because patients show up late.
Right.
So we created an on-time environment. And then, so now come back to the words. They want on time, but what they really need is pain relief. And so a lot of times marketers, so this is the big takeaway. A lot of us marketers, we think about the need, right? We have this new product or this new clever service, and we go all in on the need. And then we have this gap between the buyers because we have to educate them, bring them up to speed. But if we actually find out what they want, and I'm not the first person that said this, many times it's been said, put what you need, what your clients need in the box, and wrap it with what they want. And so that's the idea with the language. And then this is where we don't have to convince or chase. We just say, isn't this what you want? They're like, yes, please. And then you give them what they need. And that double step increases by millions of dollars for my clients.
I just love that. And it goes along with your tip here, ask way more questions, right? Yeah. Ask way more questions. And I know that could be tedious though, right? Because
yeah,
a lot of entrepreneurs, I think, are actually high level generators. I think that's what we are, right? And yet it's asking the questions and listening and really sitting with it. I love that tip. I think it's so clever.
Well, in one way, if I could add one thing to that, like, so if anybody's listening to this and there's like scared to do that, we have like, there's questions in the book, but there's 5 or 10 questions you can ask. And the way that I present it is, you find your wow client, the one that you already love. And then you say, hey, like if I was calling you, Joey, I'm like, you're one of my wow clients. One of my top 10 clients, and you really want it to be your top 10 clients because you want the language of the ones that you want more of. So if we're going to magnetize more people, we want the ones that we love. So right. I call the clients I love, and then I say, hey, I want to help you better. I want to keep serving you. I want to ask you some questions so that I can do a better job. Can I do that? And almost every wow client, if they love you as much as you love them, they're going to say yes. Then a 15, 20-minute conversation later, you have golden nuggets that you can go put in your ad. So it's not hard. It's not like hours and hours of focus groups. It's not that.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that's such a great takeaway. Tell me, why were you so passionate about getting this book out?
Well, I think I wanted to make sure that other people can learn it. I think the one turning point in my life, as I told you, and you said I was working with all these big clients, and you start working with these billion-dollar companies. I think you can get a little jaded. And so in 2007, we won a big award. We were the #6 viral ad in the world. And then I went and I spoke in Las Vegas. Huge. My first speaking engagement was huge. And 6 months later, a woman came up to me at a different event and she was crying and I didn't know her. And she's hugging me and I'm like, hello. And she's, in a nice way. And she said, you don't know me. And I said, I know. And she backs away and she's wiping her tears away. And I said, how can I help you? And she said, my husband and I put all our life savings into a business after retirement, all of it. And we were failing. And we went to Las Vegas as a last ditch effort. We saw you speak. We took your knowledge and we turned it around. I had to come hug you because I saw you and I had to let you know you changed your life. And I'm getting tingles telling you the story right now, but that's why I wrote the book, because it's not just billion-dollar companies that can use this. Everyone can. And so I found inside myself that I can make a difference. And so I wanted to get this information out there so people can make business and marketing easier. I think we're delusional that it's hard. It's if you do a few simple things right, you can be successful in your dream and your desire. And so I want to empower people, Joey, to live their wow. Whatever they're good at in the world, I want them to be able to go market and sell that so they can live their truth. And so many people go get a paycheck and leave their magic in a closet somewhere. And so that's my reason to write the book, that everyone, I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I'm a filmmaker and I learn business. So I'm proof that anyone can be a marketer if they put their mind to it and they learn the technique.
Well, I did, and I love that, and that's why you're so lovely, Steve. And I also want to share too, once you do get those nuggets, to make sure that you implement them on your website, in your newsletters, in your social media. And I tell people all the time, it's like a billboard sign down on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. Like there's one on every corner, and people are like, I don't want to over inundate. I say, you can't. You could never over inundate the marketplace. You need to hit them over the head over and over and over again. So by the time you get to the Beverly Hills Hotel, everyone's talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about the same thing. So
Like
put
a
it everywhere.
saturation is another word I put to that. Some sort of saturation, and you never know when they're going to notice you. So if you're always
Yes.
there, then the day that they need you, or the day that they got laid off, or the day that they're so sick of their job and they want to change, or they're a CEO that's overworked and they're finally ready for change. Because they always say, what's that saying? The teacher appears when the student is ready. The thing
Yeah.
about that is the teacher was always there. You just weren't ready. And so that's the same thing with ads. The ads are always there. Well, if you're there. So if you quit and that's the day that your wow client is ready and you're no longer there, that's your mistake. So
Yeah, I totally agree. I so appreciate you coming on the show today. You just dropped so many gems today. So appreciative of how transparent you are and how willing you are to share your gifts and talents with the world.
that's what I live for every day, Joey.
I
What other
just
reason are we here? For me, my opinion, like I'm here to, maybe today we change someone's life. And if I never meet them, that's okay with me. That I did a good thing. So
Well, I appreciate you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna drop you down the green room. Go grab yourself a mocktail. Thank
take
you.
care, Joey. Thank you for having me.
Isn't he great? Yes, I've been on the same stage with him. I learned so much. I had him have him on the show, right? And I'm so glad that you're here. And I also want to remind you all to stand in your superstar marketing spotlight and shine bright, because it's literally your birthright. Literally your birthright. Also remind you to join me for another episode of Superstar Spotlight Marketing with Joey next Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific Coast time and 9 a.m. Central Coast time. And until then, I love you. I love you. I love you. And I appreciate you. Bye bye, everyone.